Basically coming from a parent and my own personal experience as a parent. I'm the mother of a high school senior and an 8th grade son, and my fear is this type of curriculum will actually breed more racism and more divide in our country rather than unity. It's saddened me how I have witnessed my own children lose friendships because their friends make assumptions about them. They tell them they are privileged because they're white, or they are bad people because their dad is a police officer. So many of my kids' closest and best friends who were basically like family to us and welcomed in our own home have now totally disregarded my own children as the people that they know they are, the years that they've spent with them, just based on all the rhetoric that's going around. So I fear that this is actually taking a step backward because I'd rather empower people in minority groups to rise above and not do anything that's going to create a victim mentality that if you're born a certain way, that you're now not afforded the same options in our country that everyone else is. Because I think we live in a country where if you put forth the effort, there's opportunities out there for everyone. So that's just, as a parent, what I'm noticing, and it's very sad.
All right. So I'm here to talk about this, the American Studies curriculum. The recent events have brought to light the failure of our education system. And we should have taken this off earlier. The young people we witnessed rioting and looting in some of our largest cities came out of an education system that had taught them to hate America. I think that's really sad. The source of the hatred can be traced directly to the emphasis on identity culture, which separates us into special interest groups. Each group is isolated from the other by mistrust stemming from perceived grievances and artificial cultural barriers. The class being proposed to this body, known as American Studies, is one that continues the misguided methods of emphasizing the negative differences between American citizens. This country is not a country of racism or sexism or any kind of ism. We are tired of the continual drumbeat of our educational system has used the program of our kids to program our kids into thinking that America is a country of hate and division. It is not. Please vote no on adding this misguided curriculum into our schools, and let's stop sacrificing our children on the altar of political correctness. Thank you.
Linda Bussam.
Hello, my name is Linda Bussam, and I want to thank the governing school board for letting me speak today. You know, I grew up on welfare in the Chicago's projects during the 1960s. I faced such situations that children should have never even seen before. And yet I feel blessed. I've had these experiences because I've gained determination, wisdom, and grit by refusing to be defeated. This is a crucible called life. And it's the American dream to become everything you can be or not. In 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King said, "I have a dream that my 4 children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." Boy, have we come a long way from those precious words of wisdom. Before the governing school board today is a vote for a new curriculum that appears well-intentioned, appealing, even empathetic, but in actuality further divides us. When you peel back the layers of this onion, you will see that it promotes taking from one group in order to compensate a second group, to correct injustices caused by a third group who mistreated a fourth group by an earlier point in history. It's absurd. Not only does it not promote justice, it does the opposite. It promotes racism. And you cannot cure racism with more racism. This systemic racism and white privilege is ideology and politics. Yet the National Education Association feels it's their duty to indoctrinate our children and further strip parents of their rights to teach their children their values and their morals. They want to teach a revisionist American history that teaches victimhood, entitlement, and the loathing for our country. We do not want or need this curriculum in our Peoria schools. We need to find ways that unite us. Focus on good character. Focus on shared values. Focus on being an upstanding individual who has big dreams and goals. If our goal is to truly heal relationships, then let's talk about loving your neighbor as you love yourself. Our common values like respect, honesty, and trustworthiness. That's what unites people. I pray that the Peoria Governing School Board uses great wisdom and votes no on this new curriculum.